Hello, I'm at the beginning of BOL 225 here, which starts at this brook, which forms the border between Bolton, where I'm standing, and Bury on the other side. And we're just off Somerton Road in Breightmet here, and this path will lead us back towards it, but you can only get here by following this tarmacked way along the border, which isn't actually right of way in itself, but anyway, not at this point it isn't, but BOL 225 heads up this way. Again, it's a tarmac path. So first it swings up to the left and then straightens out as it goes through this wide stile, and then across this patch of green common, and it runs straight between two cul-de-sacs, Exford Drive on the right and Willard Close on the left, but you keep straight on. Now, I think it actually ends round about where that lamppost is, but there is no problem in following it onto Somerton Road. Here we are at a junction of three paths near the end of Tarbert Drive in Breightmet. Going back that way is BOL 231. Going down that way alongside the construction site is BOL 229. But the one we want is this one. This is BOL 228, and it's taking us in the general direction of Somerton Road. And here, BOL 228 comes to an abrupt halt, but like so many other paths in this area, there's a non-definitive route either way to let you continue your journey forward. Okay, we're near the end of Tarbert Drive here, where Bolton at Home are building a whole new set of houses on what was the playing fields, and there's a junction here of three tracks. That's BOL 228 and that's BOL 231, and this is the one we're going to take, BOL 229, which will lead us on to Bidford Drive, or Bidford Drive. I'm not quite sure how they like to pronounce it, but yeah, this is still marked on the map as playing fields, but I'm afraid they've gone. Yeah, as you can see, this is an easy tarmac path. I think it's quite well used, running behind the houses here. and eventually brings you out by a school. It's this Blackshaw Primary. Yeah, I thought so. I've worked here. Yeah. Well, sort of. Yes. Well, I've worked here. No, that's right. But, yeah, it's a nice little school, this one. So yes, this is Badford Drive, where BOL 23229 officially ends. There is a path continues going forwards, but that's not a named public right of way. Obviously, people are walking it. Hi, we're now on Tarbert Drive, near the junction of Tarbert Drive with Torridon Road, and it's just beyond this junction that actually Footpath BOL 231 begins. So running along the pavement to what is the end of the road as far as driving is concerned. There should be an escape to the right somewhere. Yes, at the bottom there's a track going forward. And it runs past a sports pavilion. Yes, there it is. Obviously some building work going on here. Oh, no, it's not a sports pavilion, it's just a set of carriages. Okay. Yes, obviously that's where the sports pavilion was, but now it's gone, and Bolton at home, they're building some homes. And just around the corner you come to a path junction. Going that way for a short distance is BOL 228, and going forward is BOL 229. Right, I'm standing here on Brodick Drive, and this is a footpath which I could tell straight away from the map probably wasn't going to be easy to follow completely accurately. And that house we're facing with the right orange, with the white garage door, that is 164 Brodick Drive, and BOL 232 starts from the corner of their back garden, but there's no way to get at that, so that's the start of where it's blocked, not the end. Now, if you go up a little way from 164 past 168 and before 233 or 231, that seems a bit of an odd switch around, you will find a little ginnel here which will actually get you back onto the line of BOL 232, at least temporarily. This is not a designated right of way, but clearly it is an alternative. and we'll bring you out into this area of garages. And this is sort of like the back and offshoot of Somerton Road. Now, BOL 232 comes right through this house here. Not quite sure what the number is, but then goes straight through this garden. You can sort of see the line, but there is a brick wall and a garage that obstruct you going forward. Okay, now some of the BOL 232 comes through one of the garages or right between them, I'm not quite sure the exact line, and then goes along the right hand pavement of this road here. I think this is still part of Somerton Road. And at the end of the cul-de-sac here, this little track here is the only part of BOL 232 that's, you could really say, was still open. And when it hits this broad track, which is itself not a public right of way, that's the end of BOL 232.